My mom was a performer, artist, director, actor, did a lot of voiceover work, and really enjoyed the theater. I'm Alesa Nelson. My mother is Novella Nelson, and I'm at the New York Public Library for the Performing Arts. One of her best friends is a documentary filmmaker, and after the service, after the funeral, the first time I met him, he said, "What are you doing with all her stuff?" And I said, "Do people want this?" And he said, "Yeah, absolutely. You know, everything that's here, I looked through, and it was a conscious decision to give and let go of." Going through her writing was something that was almost one of the last things that I would be able to conquer. And also it's just about learning about your parents as people. But still, I didn't want to always see my mother as a sexual being, as a being that hurt and had pain, or that, you know, struggled in certain situations, right? But we're all people, and that is natural. But there were definitely love letters in there, and I definitely read them, and I definitely was like, I really didn't need to see that. These are contact sheets from what would eventually be made into the cover of her album. And also on the back, there's a picture of her hands. And on the front, there's a picture of her sort of obscured through glass. I really remember her doing this play, and we traveled around the world with this play. I remember Elizabeth Taylor being so wonderful. But yeah, she did this in New York. We went to London with this, and because this was, I think, Elizabeth Taylor's first time on the stage, there was a lot of press. My mother didn't want to take this role. It was a role of, you know, a maid or a servant, and she had never played that type of role. If you look at all of her roles, she never played. That was purposeful. It was something that she really had to consider. And in reading the role, she was able to find purpose in it in terms of how that role was an agent for change within the context of the play. It wasn't just being the maid to, you know, Elizabeth Taylor's character or that family, right? But that character moved the needle on certain respects and influenced characters in certain respects. And so that was something that she said, okay, like, you know, I will do this. You know, I think in the arts community for directors and producers, casting directors, she was known to take a wide breadth of roles, known for her commitment to the craft. She worked with Joe Papp and would be very in touch with playwrights and newer artists and elevate them to the public theater, and produced theater there.